Welcome to Liverpool fans. Today we've got the latest updates of your beloved club Liverpool. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Jurgen Klopp visits AXA training centre to guide Arne Slot on how to win match after match. The air around Liverpool's AXA training centre was thick with curiosity and excitement on Thursday morning when the familiar figure of Jurgen Klopp arrived, smiling and waving to staff and players alike. The German tactician, who led the Reds through their most glorious modern era, before stepping down months earlier, made a surprise visit, not as a manager returning to take charge, but as a mentor offering his wisdom to the man currently in the hot seat, Arne Slot. Sources inside the club revealed that Klopp's visit wasn't a publicity stunt, but a planned session meant to share ideas, energy, and advice with the new coach and the players. The Reds' season had started inconsistently, and many at the club hoped Klopp's presence could remind everyone what Liverpool's DNA truly stands for: passion, pressing, and perseverance. Klopp's return, the atmosphere. As Klopp stepped onto the training pitch, players and staff paused for a moment. Smiles broke out, and applause rippled across the facility. The man who had built Liverpool's modern legacy, winning the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup and Club World Cup, was back, even if just for a day. Observers described the moment as emotional. Some of the senior players who had worked under Klopp, Virgil van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Mohamed Salah and Andy Robertson, ran up to greet him. Klopp's laughter echoed across the training ground, the kind that once lifted spirits even after tough defeats. Arne Slot, calm and respectful, welcomed Klopp with an open smile. The two shared a long handshake and a brief chat before heading into a private meeting room overlooking the pitch. Inside the session, Klopp's masterclass. After a short talk indoors, Klopp took the lead during a tactical demonstration session. Dressed casually, with his trademark black cap and trainers, he joined Slot and his coaching staff on the field. He began with one of his signature philosophies: control the chaos, but never fear it. Klopp explained to the players that intensity was the heart of Liverpool's success. Not just pressing for pressing's sake, but pressing with intelligence and purpose. Arne Slot listened attentively, taking notes and occasionally asking questions. Klopp encouraged him to blend his own attacking ideas with Liverpool's traditional high-energy transitions. Every match is winnable, Klopp told Slot during one drill. But only if your players believe in each other more than they fear the opponent. You don't just win matches, you build momentum, one game, one duel, one tackle at a time. Players react to Klopp's presence. The players were electrified. During training games, Klopp shouted instructions from the sidelines: push up, win the second ball, play with fire, while Slot observed, analysing how his mentor connected emotion to performance. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Curtis Jones seemed particularly inspired. Their passes grew sharper and their movement more aggressive. Klopp's energy was contagious, just as it had been during his managerial reign. Even newer players who had never worked under him, such as Dominik Szoboszlai and Ryan Gravenberch, felt the spark. It was special to see him again, Van Dijk said after the session. He built something here that never leaves. His visit reminded us of what it means to play for Liverpool. Slot's response: learning and leading. After training, Slot and Klopp sat together in the analysis room, reviewing match footage from recent games. Klopp highlighted the moments when Liverpool lost compactness and how small tactical tweaks could help. He also reminded Slot that leadership was not only about systems, but about spirit. You're not just a coach, Klopp said. You're the guardian of belief. Players must feel your conviction before they follow your tactics. Slot reportedly thanked Klopp for his honesty and guidance. You can feel his passion in every word, Slot later told club media. He knows this club inside out. His advice was simple but powerful: to trust the players, to push them to play brave football, and to never lose the fire that defines Liverpool. Klopp's message to the fans. Before leaving the AXA training centre, Klopp took a moment to wave to fans who had gathered outside the gates. He smiled and said a few words to the reporters waiting nearby. I'm not here to take over. Arine is the boss now, but I'll always be part of this family. Liverpool is not about one man, it's about passion, fight, and love for the game. I came to remind everyone that this club always finds a way to win the aftermath. A new spark at Liverpool. The visit seemed to leave a lasting effect. The following day, the training intensity rose. Players looked sharper, communication improved, and the sense of unity was visible. Arne Slot reportedly told his staff that Klopp's brief return had ignited a flame that had been flickering. Liverpool fans flooded social media with excitement, praising Klopp's humility and support for Slot. Some even called the visit the turning point of the season. While Klopp made it clear that he wasn't returning to management, his presence reminded everyone, from the training staff to the supporters, what made Liverpool special in the first place. The belief that every match can be won with heart, discipline, and trust. Another news. Liverpool training ahead of Aston Villa. Clash, Klopp's return brings new energy at Anfield. Liverpool are back in full swing at the AXA training centre ahead of their highly anticipated Premier League clash against Aston Villa. With Jurgen Klopp officially back at the helm, the atmosphere around Anfield has been transformed into one of excitement, hope and determination. After several turbulent weeks of inconsistent performances, Klopp's return has injected a wave of energy and focus into the squad. His familiar voice echoed across the training pitches in Kirkby, guiding, correcting and motivating the players with the same passion that once led Liverpool to the pinnacle of European and English football. Klopp's return lifts the team spirit. It didn't take long for the players to respond to their former manager's charisma. The German tactician, who built one of the most dominant teams in recent history, wasted no time in reintroducing his famous high-pressing philosophy. His trademark laugh, shouts of gegenpress, and quick tactical instructions reminded everyone that Liverpool's identity is rooted in energy and unity. The players looked visibly more confident. Passes were sharper, movement was quicker, and communication was constant. Klopp's presence alone seemed to raise the level of commitment. From senior stars to academy graduates, everyone trained with the intensity that defines Liverpool's football DNA. Tactical preparations for Aston Villa. Klopp knows Unai Emery's Aston Villa side is one of the most tactically disciplined teams in the league. Villa's mix of compact defence and quick transitions can trouble any opponent. To counter this, Klopp structured the training session around shape, pressing and positional awareness. Virgil van Dijk and Ibrahima Konate were central to defensive drills, focusing on timing, aerial duels and communication. The two worked tirelessly under the watchful eyes of assistant coach Pep Lijnders, who emphasised quick recovery runs and maintaining the defensive line. Trent Alexander-Arnold, back from injury, was particularly active. Klopp spent extra minutes speaking to him about balance, knowing when to drift into midfield and when to stretch the play wide. His technical precision was outstanding, pinging cross-field passes that drew applause from teammates. On the opposite side, Andy Robertson's overlaps looked relentless, providing constant width and intensity down the left. Midfield engine reignited. Liverpool's midfield looked well drilled and cohesive throughout the session. Alexis Mac Allister and Dominic Szoboszlai were the standouts, orchestrating play with confidence and precision. Both players looked perfectly in sync, switching the ball quickly, breaking lines, and showing the kind of creativity that Klopp's system thrives on. Behind them, Wataru Endo was immense. The Japanese midfielder displayed impeccable discipline, reading play brilliantly and cutting passing lanes before launching quick counters. Klopp praised his positioning and composure several times, emphasising how vital he'll be in maintaining control against Villa's fast breaks. Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott also impressed. Jones was dynamic and energetic, making clever forward runs, while Elliott's technical quality and enthusiasm gave Liverpool's attack extra spark. Klopp, visibly pleased, encouraged the youngsters constantly, shouting, "Brilliant, Harvey," after a smart 1-2 combination. Salah, in ruthless form, Mohamed Salah, Liverpool's talisman, was in stunning form during finishing drills. The Egyptian looked hungry, sharp and determined to deliver under Klopp once again. Every shot seemed to find the corner of the net, every touch confident and purposeful. Salah's leadership was clear throughout the session. He guided younger players, offered quick feedback, and looked every bit the senior figure Klopp relies upon in key matches. His chemistry with Cody Gakpo, who played in the central attacking role, was one of the highlights of the session. The pair linked up beautifully in small-sided games, combining pace and precision. Goalkeepers show their class. At the other end of the pitch, Alisson Becker was a wall. The Brazilian goalkeeper made a series of breathtaking saves in one-on-one and reflex drills. Goalkeeping coach John Achterberg oversaw a demanding session that emphasised anticipation and quick distribution. Alisson's calm authority set the tone for the defensive unit. He constantly communicated with Van Dijk and Konate, fine-tuning positioning during set-piece simulations. His distribution, switching play quickly to the flanks, remains one of Liverpool's greatest assets in building attacks. Kevin Kelleher and Adrian also participated fully, showing sharpness and professionalism. Klopp made it clear that competition for places is vital and that everyone must be ready to step up whenever called upon. Academy stars impress. Klopp. True to his reputation for nurturing young talent, Klopp invited several academy players to train with the first team. Bobby Clark, Ben Doak, Luke Chambers, and Katie Gordon were among those involved. Their energy and work rate impressed the coaching staff. Ben Doak's fearless dribbling and quick decision-making drew cheers from senior players. Bobby Clark's passing and composure also stood out. Klopp later praised their mentality, saying that the youth academy remains at the heart of Liverpool's long-term success. "These boys bring energy and hunger," Klopp said. "They remind us all why we play this game, with joy, courage, and belief." Injury, update, and squad fitness. The return of key players has boosted morale. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson are now fully fit, providing Klopp with reliable options in both full-back positions. Diogo Jota has also resumed light training and could feature soon, although not expected to start against Villa. Thiago Alcantara remains out as he continues his recovery from a long-term injury. Klopp confirmed that the medical staff are taking no risks, prioritising full rehabilitation over quick returns. Stefan Bajcetic, meanwhile, took part in individual drills and light ball work, a positive sign after months of absence. Klopp's passionate message to the squad. Before wrapping up the session, Klopp gathered the entire team in a circle. His words, filled with emotion, summed up the spirit he has reignited. "We are Liverpool. That means we fight until the end, for every ball, every inch, every moment. Football is about emotion and belief. And I see both right here. Tomorrow, let's show the world who we are again." The players responded with applause, followed by an intense short-sided game that ended with Mohamed Salah's team narrowly beating Cody Gakpo's group 2-1. The laughter, passion, and determination on display showed a united team ready for battle. Fans reunite with Klopp's energy. Outside the AXA training centre, fans gathered early in the morning, chanting Klopp's name and waving banners that read, "Welcome home, boss." The connection between Klopp and the supporters has always been special, and seeing him back in charge has reignited hope across the city. Social media has been flooded with training videos and photos showing Klopp's interactions with players. Supporters described it as the return of belief, while others called it the rebirth of Liverpool's soul. Final preparations before match day. In the final tactical meeting, Klopp and his staff fine-tuned strategies to exploit Villa's weaknesses. The focus was on controlling midfield transitions, using quick ball recoveries, and pressing as a collective unit. The entire squad looked committed to restoring the intensity and identity that made Liverpool such a feared opponent. The likely starting 11 will include Alisson in goal, Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk, Konate, and Robertson in defence, Endo, McAllister, and Szoboszlai in midfield, with Salah, Gakpo, and Elliott leading the attack. It's a lineup built for energy, control, and creativity, a blend of experience and youthful hunger. Conclusion: a new beginning. Under Klopp. Once more. As the Reds gear up to face Aston Villa tomorrow, one thing is clear. Jurgen Klopp's return has brought back the heart and fire Liverpool needed. The players are sharper, the fans are louder, and the belief is stronger than ever. The mood around Anfield is one of anticipation. Training sessions have been intense yet joyful, tactical yet passionate, everything that defines a Klopp-era Liverpool side. If this energy translates onto the pitch, Aston Villa could be facing one of the most determined Liverpool teams they've seen all season.